And then in the end, it's family and friends. Loving yourself, but not only yourself. It's about the good walk and the hard walk and the young girls you've made cry. It's about making little music every day till you die. It's a beautiful ride.
Oh, that was our best intro ever.
You're welcome.
Yes, hands down.
All right, well, welcome everyone to episode 34 of Flock of Geeks Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, Defense. Alongside me is
Kester.
What up, Kester?
Ugh.
Yeah, we just spent a lot of time together, didn't we?
Yeah, it felt like 2-3 days of watching one movie.
So, yes, we are going to do a movie review later on, second half of the show. We watched Final Fantasy 15 Kingsglaive together just now, so we're going to give our impressions.
Didn't drag at all.
No, it was not the longest animated movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, I know. It did not feel like 5 hours.
Jesus, man.
I know. It kind of like sapped me of my energy.
Yeah, like I was excited for the cast today, and then I'm like, we'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get there. But first, the first half, we got some cool Sony news that they released a couple things.
Mm-hmm.
Some video game stuff. And Kester, since you sell cell phones,
Yes.
you're going to give a little tidbit on the iPhone 7, your impressions so far, and kind of some specs or whatever you want to talk about, just so we can throw it out there. So, okay, let's get started with PlayStation 4, since it's kind of the biggest thing that came out this week.
It did.
What?
Yeah, it was the biggest thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That sounded more like a question, so I was like, huh?
Huh?
Yeah, Sony had a press conference, and they released that the PlayStation 4 Slim, which is competing with the Xbox One Slim, I guess. Is that what it's called?
I think so.
Or is it just Xbox Slim?
It's got to be the Xbox One Slim.
Okay. Either way.
I don't care.
Yeah. Really, the only update on that is it's coming out this Friday, September 15th, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's just like next week.
Yeah. And it's going to be $300.
That's a good price point, though.
Yeah, for sure. It's the only thing that's different about it is really the volume and kind of the aesthetic of it, like the size of it.
Yeah, the size.
And the aesthetic, a little bit's different. Other than that, I think it's pretty much exactly the same.
Yeah, and it doesn't really make that much sense to me to get a PS4 Slim because it's not like the PS4 is like a giant tank of a machine.
Not at all, dude.
Yeah, it's already kind of slim. It was smaller than my PS3.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So I don't know how much.
I mean, it's kind of, width-wise, it's rivaling, like, the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, it really is.
It's more square than the PlayStation 2, but it's about the same size taking up-wise. So,
Yeah.
I don't really see the need, but...
No, I wouldn't get it if I already had a PlayStation 4.
Oh, absolutely not. No, there's no reason for that.
No reason whatsoever.
But the bigger news that came out of the press conference was the PlayStation 4 Pro was announced. And this, for anyone who doesn't know, is actually what they're calling it now. They were calling it the Neo.
I feel like I like the Neo better.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. It makes me feel like it's like Matrix and shit.
Yeah, it makes it feel like it's the chosen one. It's the chosen system.
So, yeah, they should have kept Neo.
They really should have.
Yeah, the PlayStation 4 Pro, that's just very generic.
Yeah, it's...
So thumbs down on the name.
Yep, you had a good one and you changed it.
Yep.
Dumbasses.
Hearts on that. That's coming out November 10th of this year, 2016. So that's
fairly close,
That's fairly close. It's like if you can wait a month and just round up $100 extra in like a month and a half, you could get the better system.
Yeah, and when's Xbox One's coming out?
Scorpio?
Yeah, when's Scorpio? Isn't that next year?
I think so.
So, like, why is the Pro rushing out to beat it?
I don't know. Like, I would wait. If I was PlayStation, I'd probably wait till Christmas for this.
Yeah, me too.
There's no reason not to. If you're going to have the Slim, let the Slim sell for a couple months.
I mean, I just think whereas the Xbox was able to sell a lot of Slims,
Mm-hmm.
everyone already has a PS4, so I don't think they're going to sell a lot of Slims.
I don't either. It's going to be one of those if it broke and you want something. But, again, it's like if mine broke right now, I'd just wait till the Pro came out.
Yeah, exactly.
And just drop $400 on it, so...
Because I thought it just seems like unnecessary to have the Slim and then 2 months later get the Pro.
Yeah.
I still want to call it the Neo.
maybe we just should.
Yeah, we'll just call it the Neo.
Someone jumps into the cast and we're like still talking about the Neo.
Yeah, I know.
These guys have no.
Yeah, they don't know what the hell they're doing.
Most of the time we don't actually.
No, we just go off the top of our heads.
Yeah, there was a couple SoundCloud comments last episode talking some shit.
Because we didn't remember things, right?
Yeah. Didn't agree with our opinion, but that's the beauty of the podcast.
Yeah, I don't. It is just my opinion.
Yeah.
And most people hate my opinions.
That's why you're on the show.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what's
I'm the
important.
Devicles advocate in this one.
The Devicles?
Did I say Devicle? Yes. Devil's advocate.
Devicles.
Or Devicle.
That's better.
He's probably more evil. Devicle.
He's the devil's devil. Devicle.
Yeah.
All right, so PlayStation 4, November 10th. It's going to be price point at $400.
That's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. That's kind of what you expect from a new system, and this kind of is. And I'm going to go through some specs real quick.
Do it. Let's bore everyone.
All right, cool. Hey, that's part of the show, man.
Yeah.
All right, the CPU's boosting by 1.3 times.
So that means it'll be faster.
Yes, and the GPU is boosting 2.3 times flops. So if none of you know what flops are, good luck finding that out.
Yeah, I have no idea.
And the memory is going to have 24% more bandwidth and 512 megabytes more usable memory.
So does that mean it'll work better online?
It will load faster.
Well, that's good.
I think that's kind of what it's going with.
That's the one thing, man. The PS4 online is just pissing me off lately.
Like the Wi-Fi?
Yeah, just like, no, the network has been down constantly lately.
Yeah, this Pro is not going to fix their networking because it's their servers, and
they need to handle it. Because who is it? DDoS.
Yeah, the DDoS attacks.
Keep attacking that in Overwatch, and it is just driving me nuts.
Yeah.
I was off last week, and I was like, all right, here we go. Couldn't get on the PlayStation Network most of the night, and then when I finally got on, then I couldn't get over on Overwatch. So whoever those people are, if I ever find you, I will murder you.
I just don't get it.
Yeah,
what are you doing? They literally do it for shits and giggles.
Yeah, it's not cool. You're not hurting anybody but gamers.
You're just ruining people's nights.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I'm gonna ruin this person's night that I don't.
It's
even know.
they got money for it. That makes
you're not
sense.
Getting anything for it, and nobody thinks you're cool. Nobody's like, oh, those guys are so awesome.
Yeah, you really are just patting yourself on the back.
Yeah, you're just a dick.
Yeah, fuck you.
And it keeps happening. They keep doing it. It was down, I want to say, twice last week.
Wow.
And then Overwatch was down twice as well. I feel like this cat is going to knock something off this table.
I know. We got a new setup, by the way.
Yeah, we do.
No one can see it, but we're actually sitting at a table now.
Yeah, we're much more professional now.
Yeah, prior we were just lounging on the couch.
Lounging about. now this is like we have a show.
Yeah. Cat, you can leave.
Yeah, Cat, I'm pushing
Away.
I'm pushing
Away, beast.
Get. All right, there he goes.
Oh, no, stuff dropped. Okay, anyway. Then there's a little comparison how the PS4 Pro is different to the existing PS4.
Shoot.
Okay, graphical and performance improvements to two supported games when played on Pro, including PSVR titles. 4K resolution, 4K upscaling of games with checkerboard rendering.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, I know what that is. 4K video support for Netflix and YouTube is confirmed for sure. So that's cool. I think day one they're gonna have a ton of shit that's in 4K already.
Yeah, I would assume because Netflix is probably going that way anyway.
Oh, absolutely. They're at least giving.
Well, I heard they're not gonna have a 4K Blu-ray player.
This?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, we'll go through the improvements and see. I haven't read them yet. This is brand new to me too.
Okay.
I like the suspense.
You're keeping me in suspense. I'll tell you that much.
I know. You're all in suspense. Defense got you. New 3-tier design with larger dimensions and finish similar to the PS Slim and the light strip in front of the device. Oh, okay. So the light strip is now in front instead of on top, which actually makes sense.
Yeah, I guess.
Because sometimes, you could see mine, but if you have it on the side or sideways, you can't really see
something.
it. Mm-hmm. So, okay. Well, that's neat, I guess.
Yeah, woohoo.
Updated DualShock 4 controller.
Ooh, there's something.
With light strip visible on touchpad and USB data transfer.
Ooh.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Are they going to make the battery not suck?
I hope so.
Like, that's my main thing with the PS4 controller. That battery lasts like a half hour.
Yeah, and then they give you a 3-inch cord.
Yeah, I actually bought a 10-foot micro USB cord just for that.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
It's like we actually got them in at work. I was like, oh, I'm buying one of these like immediately.
We got a third USB 3.0 port on rear of device, which is 3.0 means it's faster.
Yeah.
1 terabyte hard drive space as standard. Oh my gosh.
Come on, man. You need to get it together.
I can't help it.
He's losing his mic. We were not ready for this new setup.
Keep talking.
I guess I have to keep entertaining you. I did nothing this week. Tried to play Overwatch with those fuckers and their DDoS attacks. Oh, he's back.
Sorry. I think it'll last. We gotta figure something out there. We should just get like stands now.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We don't need these grappling hooks.
Yeah.
We got 1 terabyte hard drive space as standard. Wi-Fi improvements.
Yeah, that's something.
Yeah. I mean, it's still not going to bring the network back, but it'll make your PS4 run better online. Streaming improvements for anything you streaming on PS4.
I don't think I've ever actually streamed anything on a PS4.
Maybe you should.
Yeah, maybe I should start.
Maybe you should just Twitch once in a while.
Oh, yeah, I should. Look, man, I could have had the DDoS attacks not taking down the network.
Yeah, they've been doing it for months, apparently.
Yeah, every day.
Kester the world. Oh, dude, I was going to stream today, but I got this DDoS attacks, but the game was fun. I still played it anyway.
Yeah.
And share improvements for 4K screenshots, 1080p video, 1080p 60 YouTube streaming. So, cool.
There you go.
There's like a whole list of like what will stay the same. I'm guessing everything that I didn't mention will stay the same.
Yeah.
So there's no need to go into that.
No 4K Blu-ray player.
No 4K Blu-ray player. Probably keeping the price point down.
Yeah, probably. And who really cares?
It's like, well,
most people just download their stuff now.
That's true. That's very true. And like Blu-ray looks fucking good anyway.
Yeah, it looks fine. It doesn't need to be improved. That's like it blows my mind that family video is still a thing.
Dude, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
You like go by. If anyone's listening that doesn't know, Family Video is like the rental place near us.
Mm-hmm.
You see signs. Their signs are so pathetic.
Yeah,
it's like, please God, come rent a video.
For the love of God, rent.
We'll give you 5 for free.
Yeah, it is. It's like you rent one at full price. They just give you 12 old ones. Like just anything to get you to come in.
Yeah. Well, screw them. I went in for a job interview there, and they didn't hire me.
Oh, fuck those dudes then.
Yeah. Dude, I went in there. They made me take like a math test.
To work in Family Video?
Yeah, dude. It
That's
was like
ridiculous.
It felt like a calculus test. They're like, you have 20 minutes, go. And it was like 15 pages of math questions.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. As soon as I got it, I'm like, I don't even want to fucking work here. This is terrible.
This is not for me.
So, yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's the PlayStation 4 Pro. My recommendation is if your PlayStation 4 broke or you want something new,
yeah, if you
go
don't
with
have
that.
one,
Don't get a
already,
Slim.
yeah.
I wouldn't get a Slim.
No,
there's really no point unless you're like really don't feel like you can make $100 ever,
or you can't wait.
Yeah, still,
dude, I don't know if my PlayStation broke tomorrow, I would go get a new one the next day. Like I'm not waiting 2 months, not playing video games. I can't imagine a worse hell.
Welcome to my life.
Yeah, 2 weeks without a PlayStation. 2 months. Oh God.
I
don't think I could handle it.
I don't know. You probably wouldn't have enough money either because you go spend it instead.
Yeah, I probably would.
So
I never have any money. I just make bad decisions with my money. And I have the worst luck.
Okay, Kester. Pity party's over.
I'm saying I'm irresponsible. It's not anything else other than that.
All right. Keep telling yourself that.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Bloodstain
Ritual of the Night has been delayed until 2018.
This actually made me really sad.
Yeah, that's the spiritual
successor
to Castlevania.
Yeah, this one kind of sucks, man. I was really looking forward to this game. I liked the art style. I liked that you were playing as a chick. And I was just excited that Castlevania was going to come back in some way. But now we gotta wait till 2018. Not that I'm even sure like what the original release date was. It's just like now that it's delayed, I'm pissed off.
I think it was 17.
Yeah,
Like, I think it was next year for sure.
that's so long away.
It is, but then it'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, life does go fast.
I was gonna say the Ferris Bueller quote, but I just figured it was kind of cliche.
What's the quote?
I think it's like life goes fast. I don't even remember.
That's why you couldn't say it.
Fuck you. Now I gotta look it up.
And now he's looking it up just because I questioned him. Bueller.
There it is.
Bueller.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Ah, it's a great quote
It is. Go fuck yourself.
from Bueller himself.
All right. Yeah, I'm sad about that too, man. That sucks. Like, that was one of the few 2D platformers that looks promising.
Yeah, and it's just Castlevania, so great.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be good. I think it'll be good.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, Mighty Number 9 didn't turn out great.
No, but I feel like, yeah.
They're going to probably be looking at that as an example of what
Maybe
not
that's why
to
they
do.
delayed it.
Yeah, they're like, we need to not be Mighty Number 9.
Fuck, that's delayed.
So let's delay this.
Yeah, that dropped off the face of the earth, didn't it?
Yeah, I never even played it.
Me neither.
Like, if they had a sale on it and it was $10, I think I might get it just to play it. But last time I checked, it was still $30.
Yeah.
I'm like, not only no, but hell no.
Maybe a winter sale or something.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting over sickness.
I'm getting over being lethargic from that movie.
Just can't wait to get to it.
Nah.
All right, Mario Run.
It's happening finally.
On mobile.
Your dream of a Mario mobile game is coming.
It's perfect. It's exactly what I've always envisioned it being.
Yeah.
Some fucking bullshit running to the right.
Endless runner. He doesn't stop going. You just tap the button to jump.
It's so obvious that was what they were going to do. It makes me sick.
Well, it is kind of what they had to do.
They didn't have to do any of this. They could have made a good game.
Yeah, they could have done that.
They could have just made a good Mario game.
Yeah, but after Pokemon Go and how much money they made,
yeah,
they're kind of like, oh yeah, we could make billions of dollars with these games.
Business, it makes sense.
Yeah, it just makes you sad.
It makes me sad, yeah, definitely.
And now that I'm completely anti-mobile gaming, I'm with you on this one.
Why are you anti-mobile now?
Because of Valkyrie Profile. You remember that?
Do you even play other games anymore on mobile?
No, I did everything I could do in Brave Frontier. I tried the Final Fantasy game, and it was just like, meh.
Yeah, it's probably because you put so much time into Brave Frontier, you're like, I don't want to do this again.
Yeah, it's kind of the same game.
Yeah,
so
that's what I've
I
heard.
do it again.
Yeah, well.
And like, if I'm gonna play a game on mobile, RPGs are really the only thing that kind of makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm. Because it's elongated and you can play it whenever.
Yeah, in turn-based battle, you can like pick your character actions and stuff. You really don't necessarily need a controller for it.
Yeah.
That's why.
That makes sense. Yeah, but my consensus on Mario Run is go fuck yourself.
I think it looks great, and I can't wait.
Yeah, I'll probably play it for 10 minutes and realize it's the biggest pile of shit ever.
Yeah, probably. I don't think I'll download it, especially if it costs money.
No, I will not buy this game.
No, I absolutely wouldn't pay money for it.
I'm curious, because, like, Pokemon Go is obviously free, which was the smart way to go with that.
Yeah, but they're making a ton of money.
Oh, yeah, so much. But Mario Run, it's like, I'm questioning if it being free is really... I mean, they're going to make money off it, but...
How would you make money off of it, though? I guess we'll see.
It's going to be one of those, you have, like, 10 lives, and if you die...
Oh, you got to buy lives?
Probably.
Fuckers.
That's how it always is, man.
That's how Candy Crush gets you.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's how Pokemon Go does.
Yeah, because once you're out of
balls.
Yeah, you run out of balls.
And if you're lazy and fat, you don't feel like walking to get Pokeballs.
No, and even if there is like a Pokestop adjacent to you, it's like you can't get enough.
You get 4, like every...
I always got
5 minutes or something. But
yeah, it's every 5 minutes you can get up to 3.
That's it?
Yeah.
I think I got more than that before.
I never got more than 3.
That Pokestop sucked.
It was a McDonald's.
That's...
They're usually the best Pokestops.
Yeah, didn't they pay for advertising for them?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it should have been. You should get like 25 balls every time you go to McDonald's.
Exactly. It's like right next to the store I work at, so you just every time you go smoke, you walk over there and get Pokeballs.
Didn't you take your friends' phones with you?
Yeah. My boss will always make you take his phone because he's super serious about his Pokemon Go. Like him and his one friend just drove to Pittsburgh to walk around looking for Pokemon.
That's ridiculous. I haven't played that in like months.
He has lost like 10 pounds now since it came out. Yeah, at least.
Wow.
Yeah, he's slimming down just because of Pokemon Go.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Well,
so it might actually be the best fitness app they've ever come out with.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Definitely the most rewarding if you like that. Continuing on games, BioShock Collector's Edition comes out on Tuesday this week, the 13th.
Yeah, so you're going to pick this up?
Honestly, I'm kind of hurting for money right now.
Really?
Yeah, because at the end of the month, I'm going to Seattle.
Oh, yeah, that's
That was
right.
like a random $400 I dropped.
Okay, that's
yeah.
It's like $60 on games so you've already played, or $60 to go drinking in Seattle.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd rather drink.
Yeah. And then I have to get new tires.
That's always the worst.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like I'm just trying to stay away from buying entertainment things for a little bit till my life decides to not make me spend money. I'm
actually with you on that one because, I had to get the dental work done, which was $400, and then I got to get an oil change. That's $30. I really want this collection because I love these games, and I just would like to have them on my PS4 so I could play them whenever, but just financially, I already have them all, except 2, and no one cares about 2.
Yeah, I would play it again, though.
I remember not hating it. I just remember there's no reason for it to exist.
Yeah.
Was kind of its problem.
Yeah, I agree.
But
there were some good parts in that game, for sure.
I really liked the part where you played as a little sister.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the best part of that game.
It's mind-blowing to me that, like, the fact that you're playing as a Big Daddy isn't as good as it should have been.
No, you didn't feel like a Big Daddy.
No, you didn't.
Because you seem to get killed really easily.
Yeah.
Like, you know how hard it is to kill a Big Daddy? I've killed a bunch of them, and they don't die in 4 shots.
I know, right?
Except if you're the prototype one, I guess.
So.
But I did like that, all 3 of them.
Yeah, they were a great trilogy, I guess.
Yeah. 2 was probably the worst one, though.
Yeah, what was your favorite?
Ooh, that's so tough. I'm going Infinite.
Yeah, I think I am too because of Elizabeth.
Yeah, I think it's because of Elizabeth, and I also like the Skyhook.
Yeah, it is cool.
Because I loved killing people with that. Like when you snap their necks with it, that was sweet. I liked everything about Infinite.
Yeah, it's a great game, for sure.
When you go back to BioShock 1, it had a weird control scheme compared to it, because to use your like plasmids, you had to actually like pull your hands up, and like switch your guns, you had to pull your gun up.
I don't even remember that.
You don't remember that? Yeah, So, let's say you were shooting a guy, you actually had to hit L1, and then it would pull up your, like, plasmid, and then you'd hit R1 to shoot your plasmid.
Oh, okay. It was like switching.
Yeah, it was
instead of just doing it. I got you.
Yeah, like in 2 and 3, you could just use your plasmid while you were shooting. In the first one, you couldn't.
Oh, okay.
That was kind of it's like a very big adjustment if you go back to it. Because whenever you got Infinite, you got the first one for free.
Really?
Yeah. So most people have 1 and 2, or 1 and 3.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, you got the game free when you bought Infinite.
Maybe I just was it inside? Was it a sleeve?
No, you had to download it, and then if your Infinite game was in, it would unlock it somehow.
Oh, okay.
I don't really know how the whole thing worked. But I did end up replaying BioShock after I beat Infinite. And yeah, BioShock 1 is still really solid because of the twist.
Yeah.
And I really like the beginning when you're in the plane and it crashes.
That was one of the times in gaming history where I didn't realize I was playing yet.
Yeah, me too.
I'm like, what's going on?
Dude, when you're swimming through the water and the plane's like sinking, it's so good.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I can move.
I can move. I should probably move.
Yeah. So that was really cool. I definitely agree. I think Infinite's better. But 1 is just, when it came out, it was just so cool.
It really was.
It was really hyped, and it lived up to it.
It was one of those games, where the hype, you were like, everyone was just telling you how good it was, and you're like, okay, and then you finally played it, and you're like, I see it.
Yeah. And Andrew Ryan's a great villain.
He is an awesome villain. Who's the other villain?
Well, I think that's the twist.
Yeah, that is the twist.
Isn't it? Yeah, I don't know if I should say it.
Yeah, because some people out there might not have played the first
we
one.
recommend. Actually, if you've never played any of these games, I think this is the time to do it.
Yeah, I don't know why you haven't, first of all.
Yeah, but like if you're debating, definitely get the collector's edition.
Yeah, because they are the 2 greatest twists ever.
Yeah, and you'll definitely get enough playtime out of those 3 games for $60.
Oh, yeah. I got enough playtime out of one of them for $60.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely pick those up.
The only thing I don't about BioShock, they're way too easy is the only thing.
I mean, were you playing on hard?
Nah, I'd always play them on normal. And then when I went back and played them on hard, I actually enjoyed the game more.
Yeah, because you actually use things and need the inventory and ammunition and buy stuff. Yeah, it's
you
way
actually
more fun.
have to budget what you're doing as opposed to, like, whenever I played Infinite the first time, I used nothing but the carbine, and then it was like when I needed ammo, I just bought it.
Yeah.
And then when I played it on hard, I actually had to use a bunch of guns.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think it's way better.
And then they have, like, so many guns in that game, and you really only need to use the carbine. That was my only flaw with BioShock, the original one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the Skyhook was cool, though.
Yeah, the Skyhook was cool. Didn't have any, like, crazy guns there.
No, it really didn't.
That I can recall.
But the plasmids were what are they called in that?
Toxin? They're called plasmids in BioShock.
And then they're called
Vigors?
I think they are Vigors.
Vigors in Infinite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go murder my murder.
Yeah, the best Vigor of all time, the crows.
The murder of crows.
Yes, the murder of crows.
You'll hear it later,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen.
Great.
Unless we blow up.
Yeah, unless something stops the cast.
Yeah.
Which I don't think anything ever
Maybe
could.
a DDoS attack.
Yeah, those fuckers. Don't bring them up. I want to find out where they're located so I can, go in there and discuss a few things with
You
those
just
guys.
turn into a hacker just so you could fuck with them.
Yeah. No, I want to just blow up the whole operation. I want to bomb it some ways. Not usually for violence, but in the case of those people, yeah.
There's no rhyme or reason for it at all.
Nah.
All right. So to close off this part of the show,
Yes.
give us some iPhone 7. It was released this week? Last week?
Its pre-order started on Friday.
Okay.
It will be released next Friday, but if you have yet to pre-order one, you're not getting it.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, it's already back-ordered. Some of them are back-ordered into November.
Wow.
So, yeah, people seem very excited about this iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I will give them it's probably the best iPhone I've ever seen. It's finally waterproof, which is nice.
Yeah.
I really like the dual camera system on the Plus because you can zoom in and out. It has like optical zooms, so you could actually like make movies with it.
Okay.
Software-wise, it's not that much more powerful than the 6S.
Okay.
Are
Are they coming out with a new operating system for this one?
No, it's going to be the same one.
Okay.
No headphone jack is real. Like, you would be surprised how many people really give a shit about that.
Dude, think about it. It's bullshit.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
It really is, because I know a ton of people, just off the top of my head, like, that's how they listen to music in their car.
Yeah.
They use the headphone jack, and then they, charge their phone at the same time.
Yeah, and they said that it's all going to be in the lightning charger. They're going to give you an adapter, but at the same time, it's like, how can I charge it and then listen to music at the same time?
Yeah.
I think.
So they are doing that?
Yeah, you're going to get an adapter. It still doesn't make any sense why they did it, though.
Is it because they're trying to thin it out, the phone?
I don't know.
Because I'm like trying to look at the headphone jack. I mean, it's not that big.
No, and the phone itself is actually going to be like, I think I'm technically not allowed to say, so I can't say.
Oh.
Like, because, yeah, like if my boss listens, I could get in trouble.
Okay.
But like size-wise, it looks to be the exact same size as the 6S.
Okay.
So it doesn't seem like that's going to save them any space.
Mm.
I do like the new color, the jet black. It looks awesome, but you have to get 128 gig or higher.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's shiesty.
They're shiesty.
What's the other colors? White and...
Gold, rose gold, space gray, and silver.
Okay.
So they're standards.
So, and then jet black's the only one
Yeah.
that's like special.
Yeah, it's the only special one, and you have to get 128 gig. Those are already back ordered to almost Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah. Because people love the iPhone, and I don't know why.
Well, I mean, I enjoyed the phone. It does what I need it to do.
Yeah.
But I do like my Samsung better.
Yeah, it sucks because I was actually going to get the Note 7, but then they started blowing up.
What?
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
No, I don't sell cell phones.
Oh, they had to recall every Note 7
Wow.
because I think like 35 of them in Thailand blew up.
Like exploded.
Yes, like the batteries like exploded.
Like shrapnel and shit.
Yeah, caught fire. People's houses burnt down and shit.
Oh my god.
It cost them, I think, $2 million in like their stock pricing.
Wow.
And that, or no, $2 billion.
What?
Because it was their next big phone. It was awesome. I was gonna get one.
Yeah.
Because specs wise, it just blew everything out of the water, and it was so awesome looking. It was the sexiest phone I've ever seen.
Well, are they going to make it again and fix what the problems were?
Yeah, it was one factory, I think, that was fucking up making the batteries. So they're going to fix it. They said the replacements will be out in a week.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, so I would rather go with that than this new iPhone. I think what iPhone finally did was catch up to everyone else. Like, they put LG's camera on the phone.
Yeah.
They stole Samsung's waterproofing. Samsung actually makes the chips that go into iPhones, which
Really?
is hilarious. I don't know if you knew that.
That is funny.
So, I mean, iPhones are just popular because they're iPhones.
Yeah. I mean, there was a trend there for a long time, and it just became standard.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a big thing with the people who buy iPhones are people over 40 who have disposable income, and then people under 18.
Yeah.
You can't be a 14-year-old girl and go into school and not have an iPhone. You'll get made fun of.
Yeah.
Like, that's just why Apple is so popular. And I mean, they have a really solid business model.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the thing is, I'm not going to deny the fact that, I mean, I think the iPhone's a good phone.
Oh, it is a good phone.
Like, it's durable. I had one
They're
for,
not durable.
I mean, I'm saying, like, it'll last long.
Yeah, it will until they decide to crash it.
Well, yeah, but I've never had an issue with mine.
No, I never had an issue with an iPhone. Haven't had an issue with my Galaxy either, so.
I have to restart it once in a while, but that's about it.
Yeah.
That's, like, the only real thing.
It's probably because it's running too much power.
Probably because it's, yeah.
You do have to turn. It's like a computer, man. You have to turn them off every once in a while. People don't seem to understand that.
Yeah, I know. I restart it once a week.
Yeah, same with iPhones. They always think their phone is broken. It's like, no, it was running too hot, so it shut itself off. You haven't shut it off since you got it, you dickhead.
Yeah, that's true. So,
And, the thing I hate about Apple is they also don't want to, let anyone other than Apple handle their products.
yeah.
So, I sell them iPhones, and if someone has a problem with an iPhone, they come in to me expecting to fix it. It's like, I don't know how. You have to take it to an Apple store.
Yeah.
They're shiesty like that. And if you forget your Apple ID, God forbid.
I know. That is hell on earth.
That is hell on earth. You are fucked if you forget your Apple ID and password.
I couldn't get into my fucking iTunes for like a year.
I'm surprised you got in at all. It's
I know.
the worst fucking thing.
I
in the
found
world.
my password somewhere one time, and it was so real weird. But anyway.
Yeah.
So, you don't recommend the iPhone 7?
I would say if you're an iPhone person, definitely get it. It's the best iPhone they've ever come out with. Just because the water resistance. I would actually get the Plus. If you can take a bigger phone. Like, some people don't like a bigger phone, which blows my mind they didn't make a smaller version of it. Especially considering how popular the SE was, the smaller iPhone.
Did that actually sell well?
Oh, it was incredibly popular.
Wow.
What's weird is I sell cell phones, and more people come in wanting a smaller phone than a bigger phone. I don't know if it's just our area or nationally.
Yeah.
But it's like people do not like a giant phone. Girls tend to like bigger phones. Girls like bigger things because I guess they can put it in their purse. Maybe, I don't know.
Is that why?
Yeah, they just like big things. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm insinuating.
Well, I always see women put them in their back pocket. So.
Don't sit on them, you idiots.
But men, I don't know. I know a lot of guys that want huge phones too.
Yeah. If you could take the bigger phone, this phone, definitely get the Plus.
Yeah.
Just because the camera on the back sounds amazing. Plus, the front-facing camera is 7 megapixels as opposed to 5. which doesn't sound like a big deal, but it actually kind of is when taking selfies. So I still think this camera is not as good as the camera on the Galaxy S7 or Note 7, but you can't get a Note 7 because they blow up.
Yeah.
But I would recommend it to people who like iPhone.
Yeah.
Like, this is the best iPhone they've ever made. I like it a lot better than I like the 6 and the 6S.
Okay. So my question is, are they still... Is that like whole like barely touching the screen thing still going on? Is that part of the OS?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called Excessive Touch. It's not... I would turn it off.
Yeah.
If I had an iPhone. I think it's annoying.
Yeah, I just don't get it.
No.
I was wondering if that died yet.
No, it's still going strong. And I think my main thing with iPhone is it's just you can't do a lot with them. Like, you can't customize them. You can't... Like, I have a Galaxy. I can put video game emulators on it. I can watch movies on it. Like, I can download music for free. With Apple, you are paying for everything. I just... And the reason it's funny, because people are always coming in to me complaining that their cell phone bill is too high. And it's like, you have 4 iPhones.
Yeah.
Your bill is going to be high. Like, you are buying the most expensive phone possible. Like, if you want a low bill, don't get iPhones.
Yeah.
They use more data than a Samsung, and they cost more.
Oh, I didn't know about the data.
Yeah, because iMessages cost data. Like, people will have, like, data blockers on, so they're like, why can't I send a text message outside of Wi-Fi? Because it uses data. If you're texting iPhone to iPhone, it uses your data.
Oh, wow.
They use data just sitting there. So, like, you're getting texts, it's using data. You send texts, it's using data. You do anything, listen to music, it's got to connect to the iTunes store first. Like, they're ridiculous.
Wow.
But,
F that.
Yeah, fuck Apple, but this is their nicest phone.
All right, well, there's your recommendation.
Yes, I would get it if I was an Apple fan.
Okay, cool. Good enough. That's kind of what I wanted out of this, and I think you've answered a lot of good questions, and you kept your secret safe.
Yes, I have. I can't tell you about the size.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
That's fine. We'll see soon.
Because my boss does occasionally listen to the show and be like, what the fuck are you doing?
All right, so no confidential information released here.
Nothing
Sorry.
shared. Next Friday we can talk about it if we remember, and we won't.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. It'll be out, though, so you'll see.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. All right, so do we just want to jump right into Final Fantasy 15 Kingsglaive movie review?
Let's do it.
Woo!
How did you feel about this movie, Andrew?
I'll tell you what.
You look like you're collecting your thoughts on this.
The first thing that I just thought about was I did fall asleep a little bit.
Did you really?
Yeah. I'll tell you when we get to it. I'll tell you when I did.
Yeah, this is gonna be spoiler heavy, by the way.
Oh yeah, this is
We're going for this one.
Yeah, there's no way. Okay. Overall, the reason I fell asleep was because it was just so fucking long.
That's my only real complaint with it.
That is the only thing that's wrong with it.
It's so fucking long.
It's 2 hours and 10 minutes?
Yeah, and a lot of it doesn't need to be in there.
No, it's very dragged out. Kind of. It's dragged out in parts that I would not normally say they dragged out.
Yeah.
Like, action sequences.
Just kept going.
Like, literally. Okay, I guess I'll just talk about it. The last action sequence, I fell asleep probably for like 2 or 3 minutes. When I came back to, it was the same exact thing still going on.
It was still going.
It's like, oh, I must have missed that guy dying.
No,
he's still there.
He's still there.
He's there somewhere.
Yeah. Me personally, I'm giving this movie a 10 out of 10. It's arguably the greatest movie ever made, and it is because Ultros was in it.
Ultros?
The octopus.
Was that Ultros?
That was Ultros.
Dude, because I was going to say, why is there a fucking octopus in this movie?
Yeah, in the sky.
It didn't make any sense. It made zero sense, actually.
Yeah, it makes no sense other than it's Ultros, and it's awesome.
But how do you know it's Ultros?
That's what he looks like. He has those teeth, and he's an octopus.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's him.
I was going to bring that up right now, because we haven't talked about this yet.
No.
I was like, dude, why is there a fucking flying octopus in this movie? It's really out of nowhere.
No, it doesn't really matter.
They're like in an airship trying to like break out the princess,
and it's like,
just
where
an
did
octopus?
Yeah, and didn't seem to come from anywhere.
There's a tentacle.
It was just suddenly tentacles in there. As soon as I saw that, I was like, that better be Ultros, and it was. So I was like, this is the best movie I've ever watched. I'm fine with anything else that happens here.
All right, so it was an animated movie. I'll give my final score at the end. You gave it a 10.
I'm not keeping you in suspense on this one.
No, it's a 10 out of 10.
If you want mine, I'll give my non-ultras factor score.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay.
So it was an animated movie. So we'll start off with that. What did you think of the animation?
Overall solid, but I thought in a lot of places it looked really stiff.
Yeah.
Especially when like characters were running.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to say, other than stiff.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone looked like they needed to take a shower.
Yeah,
like,
everyone was really dirty.
Yeah.
Especially considering like a lot of the time it was taking place in like a palace.
Yeah, it just looked
everyone's like dirty royal.
Yeah, everyone just looked dirty. Like they needed a shower.
They did.
Like I don't know what the deal with that was. Monsters and stuff all looked good though, I thought. Good design. Really killer music in this.
Yeah, it was really good.
Like the action scenes. So what else we got here?
Well, I'd like to talk about my opinion on the animation.
Yeah, go with your opinion on the
I
animation.
agree with you. I think it was kind of it's hard to describe, but those moments where they're standing still and sitting around look really, really good.
Yeah.
And then those moments when they're fighting, some of the action sequences were great. But then there's like those in-betweener parts where, it's like you said, I think stiff's the best word for it.
Yeah, where they're just either kind of like walking around or running or...
It just doesn't flow as well for some reason.
Nah.
But undeniably, it looked really, really good.
It really did. I loved the whole world, the way it looked. Mm-hmm. I'm starting to get excited for this Final Fantasy, to be honest.
This movie actually made me want to play the new game.
Yeah, it really did. I'm really liking this world.
Mm-hmm.
I like how it is like our world with magic. It seems like is what they're going for, because like the city looked like just like New York or anything else, but then they showed like a forest city that looked like it was straight out of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Well, and then like in this giant like city is like a giant castle.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? It's like, and then there's like magical, and everyone it's like the honorable fighters, I guess you could say, are the ones that fight with like swords and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Or the ones that have magic.
Yeah, there you go. And then everyone that else is fighting just with like pistols and machine guns and shit.
Using guns.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I really liked animation was, and this was the fish tank at the party. Do you remember that? It was like in the background. It was just like a fish tank.
No.
It was just awesome. There was just a bunch of crazy fish in there. I don't know how you missed it.
I might have been sleeping.
Yeah, you might have been asleep for that part. It wasn't a boring lull in the movie.
It was?
Yeah, it was right before they signed the treaty.
Oh, then yeah, I probably was like trying to like stay awake.
Yeah, you were. So what do you think this movie was about?
A good question.
Yeah, what do you think the story was?
Okay, this is kind of what I wanted to start off. Besides it being long, my other huge issue with this is like I could not tell you a single name out of any of those characters.
No,
other than Crow, that one chick that died.
Yeah, that was Crow. What was Nyx was the main character, wasn't it?
Maybe.
Began with an N.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like these names were so off the wall sometimes that like you don't even know what their name is.
Yeah, I just was thinking of him as main guy, princess, fat main guy.
Fat main guy.
And then girl.
And then villain with a hat. Villain with white hair.
Villain with a crazy sleeve. And he never even did anything with the sleeve.
I know, dude. We looked at each other, and you're like, he needs to do something with that sleeve.
Yeah, or else he just looks ridiculous.
So he just looks ridiculous.
Looks ridiculous.
Maybe he might be in the game, though.
He's going to be in the game.
Yeah.
He's the main bad guy.
He was actually really cool.
Yeah, I liked him. He reminded me a little bit of Gambit.
Mm-hmm.
He had that kind of like look to him.
Yeah, and he was a smart ass. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah, and I think he'll end up ultimately like being the main bad guy. He'll betray the king in some way.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good... I like where your head's at.
Where my head's at. It did have like a lot of story too that like I think I figured most of it out.
I did, yeah.
But it's like it really makes you have to be almost a Final Fantasy fan or just
you have to be good with names and like locations.
Yeah, and it just putting things together yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like how are they using magic? Well, they kind of explain it, but not really. There are suddenly these gods, but you can piece it together, but you have to really be paying attention in this movie.
For sure.
2 hours and 15 minutes.
Of just in-depth craziness.
Yeah, it's really deep. A lot going on in this thing.
Yeah. The political war. You know what I actually really liked about this movie? There wasn't really a love interest.
No.
Like it was like legitimately the main character was protecting the princess, and you'd think that he'd fall in love with her or something.
Nah, not at all.
But like he never, maybe he did, but he never showed that in the movie. It was just like he was protecting her. That was his mission. That's what he did. And I really like the fact that they established these characters kind of for the upcoming game, because it makes me want to save the princess now.
Yeah, I did like her.
You know, she was cool.
Yeah. And it was weird. I felt it weird that none of the main characters, none of the boy band was in it. Like, they referred to Noctis a lot.
That was it.
Yeah.
I think that was it. I didn't hear Lance or Joey or anything.
Yeah,
like
there was no Chad and Lance and Bass or whatever the hell their names are.
Joey's one.
Joey, Chad and Lance. That would have been hilarious if they were like, Justice is in the forest with Chad, Lance, and Joey. That would have been the best day ever. Best thing ever.
That would have been a 10 out of 10 in my book.
Yeah, that would have made it a 10 for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you saw Noctis briefly at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
He was in a wheelchair.
He was sick?
Yeah, he was sick, and they, like, went to the princess's hometown so they could, like, heal him, and then they got attacked. A lot happened in this movie, man.
Yeah, it was like the first 5 minutes, and I'm like, yep, we're in for the long run here.
Yeah, this is Final Fantasy.
This is deep.
You know what part I really enjoyed was the first battle at the beginning.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think that might have been my favorite part of the whole movie. I think the opening sequence was great.
Yeah, I think it was actually my favorite part as well.
Yeah, I was impressed.
Yeah, and I do love this world where they can, like, throw their weapons and teleport.
Yeah.
I mean, they did steal it from Naruto, but I love it, so.
Yeah. I like the Kingsglaive, like the kind of their like group. They're
Yeah,
just
the
like
knights.
really badass ninjas.
Who have magic. The king gave them magic.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, in this world, the only people that can use magic, it seems, is the king and whoever he, like, lets.
Yeah.
Whoever he gives powers to,
Mm-hmm.
which I liked.
Yeah.
But that opening sequence was awesome. I loved how it was, like, they were, like, running around on the battlefield fighting monsters, and then the other characters were, like, summoning that giant spell.
Yeah.
And then that monster was cool.
He was. So they're calling them demons? Is that basically the equivalent of summons now, you think?
Yeah, I'm wondering if the summons were at the end. They had the, like, giant guys they called the Old Wall. You remember that?
Yeah, that's kind of where I was
the
getting
summons.
lost. Yeah, they just showed up and, like, they were, like, kind of like Kingsglaives.
Yeah, I'm guessing they were somehow. They're one thing I'm not sure what they were.
Yeah. Knights of the Round.
Yeah, they were just suddenly there to protect the town.
Yeah, they busted out of statues and bridges and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, they did talk about him in the beginning of the movie, like the Old Wall.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah, they were talking. He's like, my magic is fading, and keep the new wall up for only so long. And they're like, what about the Old Wall?
Oh,
Yeah.
so maybe.
Yeah, they mentioned him.
I gotcha.
So they didn't just come out of nowhere. It was actually kind of cool because I thought the Old Wall just meant another wall, but they were actually like giant monsters.
Yeah, it was a cool ending, but I feel like the ending fight was just dragged out way.
It was so long, and it
Too
wasn't
long.
that cool.
No, it wasn't. It was a lot of like, all right, we're gonna run up, hit each other a couple times, and then stare at each other from a long distance
Yeah,
for like a couple minutes, and then keep doing it,
and
doing it, and like honestly, the end kill wasn't that great.
no,
It just kind of happened.
Yeah, he just kind of stabs him.
Yeah.
Like, I liked that knight though. That bad guy.
He was cool.
He looked awesome. It just sucked he died because I wanted to fight him in the game.
I think there's people that isn't there people that look like him though?
There might be. We'll find out.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's going to be a similar type villain.
some kind of villain had to die in this movie,
exactly.
so it makes sense.
I did set it up pretty good though for the game. I think.
I think they did do a really good job. I don't know how much they're going to bring into it, like character-wise,
Nah, but it does go to show you how the king died and stuff.
which is awesome.
Yeah, which is awesome.
If you're going to play Final Fantasy 15, I do suggest watching this movie.
Oh, absolutely.
It definitely gives you a good setup for what to expect of the story and mythos.
And other than its length, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I did too. It surprised me.
Yeah, it really
sure.
did. It enjoyable story. I did like the characters.
Hmm.
I don't know if I'd say action scene wise it was that spectacular.
There were really cool moments, and then there were really like meh
moments.
So I'd say it's about average. for
Does
that.
have ultras, which makes it the best movie I've ever seen ever. I liked. And I think compared to like the other Final Fantasy movies, like it was probably better than Spirits Within and Advent Children.
It is 100% better than Spirits Within.
Yeah.
And Advent Children, I liked it better personally.
I don't know where I'm leaning on that one. I like the fight scenes a lot in Advent Children.
Well, yeah, but that was the best part. I don't know.
Story-wise, this was better.
Yeah, definitely. This was a better movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie, and it made sense.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it was a fan service. Like, I feel like Final Fantasy Advent Children was just like a fan service.
Yeah, it really was, just to show you Cloud fight against Sephiroth.
Yeah, that's all it was. But this was like an actual movie. You could tell. Like, they put a lot of time and effort into this. And they made a story. The like you said, the music was phenomenal. The editing was pretty good. There was a couple weird things that made it feel like not high-end.
Yeah. It's so weird how it, like, production values almost like looked incredible in one scene and then not so great in the next.
Yeah.
And everything in the world just looked muddy. I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah.
And I still thought it looked great overall though.
Yeah.
And it just was too long.
Yeah. That really is the issue.
And they crammed so much into it. So many characters.
Would you have almost maybe like two different movies?
Yeah, like a part 1 and a part 2, maybe.
Yeah. I'm kind of feeling that.
Yeah, because what's weird is, like, I'm saying it's too long, but I don't really know what they could have cut out. Except make the fight scenes less long. Like,
that's really it.
That's really it. Because the rest of the
I would have been
is,
okay with that.
Yeah, I would have been fine with it as well.
I usually don't say that.
No.
It's like those are the cool parts. But the story was cool enough, and everything, the dialogue...
You know what the end fight reminded me of, though, was like the end fight in Revenge of the Sith. Like, that thing just went on way too long. Like
you're talking... Oh, okay. The third movie, the prequel.
Yeah, the prequel
Okay, yeah.
between Obi-Wan and Anakin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the first, like, 5 minutes of that fight is awesome. And then next thing, we're running on video game rules where we're, like, jumping on droids out in lava, like, flying around. It's like, this has just gone on way too long. And that's kind of how I felt about the end fight in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, the first 5 minutes of it were kind of cool. They're, like, attacking, teleporting, shooting magic at each other. You got monsters fighting in the background. But then, like, 10 minutes into it, I'm like, just kill him already. Just somebody die.
Well, the fact that I fell asleep for a couple minutes and woke up and nothing changed, I'm like, this is way too long.
Yeah.
I should have missed this.
Something should have ended here.
Yep.
Yeah. Didn't really care for the whole subplot about the one fat guy. Like,
that didn't make any sense.
Nah, that was unnecessary.
Like
that's something you could have cut out.
That whole thing. Like, I don't mind the character, but he could have just been the fat guy that got crippled and like he was just showed up at the end.
Yeah, like he could have, like he didn't need to like help the bad guys accidentally for no reason.
Yeah.
Like that, we didn't need a reason why they got their attack off. They just did. Like there didn't need to be like some sort of underground resistance helping them.
It's like they almost gave them two reasons why their attack succeeded when they could have just used one.
Yeah, like we didn't need the whole thing. And
No.
I that's the one thing I would say, the king was very gullible. Like, that he did not see this coming.
He kind of did, though.
Yeah, but he just let it happen.
I just don't think he had any... I think... Yeah, you're right. But I'm kind of under the impression that it's like if he's going to fight, he's going to fight in this, like, home turf or some shit.
Yeah, maybe.
But then that's kind of shitty because all those people die.
One thing I will give them is they did make this empire look fucking powerful.
The Empire or whatever
Yeah.
they call them. Yeah, dude.
Like, they look like an intimidating force, so that's going to make an excellent bad guy for a movie.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing. It felt like the entire, like, Empire was the villain.
Yeah, it wasn't just one guy.
Yeah. Like, it felt like the whole, like, they were just really badass and, like, you know, gung-ho. But.
Yeah, they, that was the one thing that it doesn't have, say, like a Sephiroth.
No.
Or a Kefka. At least yet. I feel like that Chancellor guy with the sleeve is going to turn into that.
I do too.
Like, I feel like he's going to turn into the main bad guy at some point. Like, he'll just turn around at some point, kill the king, and just take over the Empire.
The white hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take over the Empire. But it was a good, like...
There was a twist. We won't talk about that.
No, we won't talk about that.
There was a twist, and it was okay.
Yeah, it didn't blow me away or
No,
anything.
but I was like, okay.
Okay, cool. Moving
Yeah.
on. And And at first I was like, I've seen this like warring nations thing before so many times, but it wasn't really a warring nation. It was like the entire world has been taken over except for one country.
Exactly.
So I thought that was kind of neat
Mm-hmm.
because that kind of spun it, as opposed to like two warring nations who seemed on equal ground. Like this kingdom that Noctis is from, they are not in a good spot.
No, they have no chance.
They have no chance whatsoever.
And there's no cavalry.
No.
No one's coming to help them.
No one's coming to help them. So it did. I mean, making an empire like a bad guy who seemed unstoppable. This did a really good job of that.
Yeah.
So it sets up nicely for the game.
It does, because Noctis better be really badass.
Yeah,
He's
better
got a lot of shit to take care of.
Exactly. That's the one thing I will say is like, where the fuck was Noctis while his kingdom was being destroyed?
Because at this point, I mean, he's a similar age to the queen, right?
The princess or whatever?
The princess, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're about the same age.
Yeah.
I think in this movie, he looked like he was about 6 whenever he was sick, and then they said 18, 12 years. So I'm guessing he was around 18, 19.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And she looked about that age.
Yeah.
So,
I
don't know. Maybe, is there a chance that he doesn't know? And, like, the princess has to go be like, hey, you're the fucking prince?
Maybe.
Because the king doesn't, well...
Or is the king, like, hiding him in, like, he wanted to be there, but they wouldn't let him go? Maybe that's what the boys are doing.
Dude, the boys are back in town.
Yeah, the boys are like, we can't let him go, so they're hiding him.
Yeah.
And if he's the only... Because it seems like it makes sense now why he's the only one that can teleport around.
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe he's the only one who has magic left.
Because he's part of the king.
Yeah, because he's from the royal bloodline, so he is super important. See, that's also really good because they made the king, like, without the king, nobody has powers. So it makes Noctis really important.
Yeah, because if you kill Noctis and potentially end the...
Yeah, you end the bloodline. Then nobody has magic to stop this empire, which was, like, I guess they were mechanical. So it's kind of cool, the magic versus tech aspect of it, too.
That is cool.
And magic will always win in these situations.
Oh, for sure.
Except in Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Tech won in Ghostbusters. It's the one time. Where it was like, oh, there's gods. Don't worry, we have technology. Or in, I guess, any Iron Man movie.
Yeah, that's true, too. So, overall...
I liked it.
I liked it, too. Okay, without Ultros, what would you give it?
I mean, it's so hard to separate the movie from Ultros. I would say...
he's like a huge part of it.
He is. Are we going letters or numbers?
I'm going letters.
Okay, without Ultros, I'd say it was a B-.
Okay.
C+.
Yeah, I was going to give it a C+.
I'm going to go B-.
Yeah.
If we're going Ultros, A+. But B- otherwise. I thought animation looked good. Story was good. Just too long, and it didn't have a spectacular fight scene that I can point to, whereas like I did like all the fights, but none of them had... The one part I distinctly remember as being my favorite part is when he threw the knife into the neck of the behemoth and then like teleported and like slit his throat.
Yeah, but that was the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, that was like the best action part in the whole movie.
I know, it was sweet.
I just wanted to see more stuff like that, I guess. And even the end fight, it was too much. There was too many explosions going on and too much craziness happening that you couldn't even really tell the fight choreography.
I agree with you on all points there.
Yep.
And I think the other reason it's not in the B range for me is because I think the main character could have been better. Like he was okay.
Yeah, he was okay. He was very generic.
He was. I didn't like his hair.
No, it was like shaved mullet.
It was shaved mullet like skunk rat.
Yeah, he looked like white trash from the 80s is what he looked like.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the way they want to do it. But I like that they pretty much made a character that's not potentially going to be in the next one. It was just kind of like this was his story.
Yeah, and he's, the hero before the game.
Yeah.
Like the face you made. You're like, that fucking cat.
It sounds like they just destroyed my entire kitchen.
Yeah, they had some fun out there. At the expense of your dishes.
But they, I think there was just... I don't know, he didn't have enough emotion.
Very wooden.
Yeah.
No charisma.
Not at all.
He was just some guy.
Like, the only scene where he really came out and was, like, acted kind of badass, I guess, was when he was telling the gods to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, I like that scene.
It was a good scene. It was cool. And that whole kind of idea of the gods and that ring and the magic and all that's really cool too.
Yeah, I did like that.
But yeah, I think just overall...
And they kept calling him a hero, but you really didn't know what he did.
He never really... Well, he saved the fat guy.
Yeah, but that doesn't really... He disobeyed orders there.
But I think he also killed, like, the Cerberus-looking monster, too.
Maybe. But I think we were supposed to think he was a hero from something he did before that point.
Oh, okay.
And we just didn't know what it was. Like, everyone just said he was, like, such a great warrior and hero, and I didn't feel that.
Like, I felt like he was definitely competent and probably better than anyone else there.
Yeah.
But, like, he was not...
Super.
Yeah.
He was very middling for a main character.
Yeah. But everything else in it, like, character-wise, was good. I do really like the princess. I think they did a good job with her, and I'm excited to save her.
Yeah, I am too.
Or whatever we have to do with her.
This definitely, more excited to play the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And that's what you want out of a movie like this. And I'm starting after the demo. I liked it's just amazing how much, like, I hated everything about this game until, like, stuff started coming out. Like, I liked the cartoon, I loved the demo, and I like this. So now I'm just like, let's get this game.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's going to be good.
This really put me over to, like, yeah, I'm going to buy it, but I don't know how excited I am. I'm definitely excited now.
See, I'm up to, like, a 9 on excitement here.
I'm probably like a 7.5.
Like, I'm really excited for this game. I'm going to be at, like, a 10 probably the week before. Just, like, can't wait.
Yeah.
Like, I can't wait for this game now. And it's just, I got to hand it to Square. This is one of the few things I think they've gotten right in the past couple of years is the way they're hyping this game.
Holy shit. Their marketing is out of control.
Yeah, taking a concept, like, everyone I know who was just like, this looks so dumb because it is. It looks like the characters are stupid and it's a road trip with a boy band, but all the stuff they've released has been so good. So, touche.
Yep. I mean, I still am not a huge fan of the demo, but I feel like I can look past it to play the game.
Yeah.
Like, even if I'm not a fan of the controls, this game seems like it's big enough and interesting enough that I won't really care.
And we've already had, like, one good story told about the universe, so any, like, 40-hour game, I feel like they're going to have a good story now.
Oh, yeah.
So everything is lining up really well.
That movie really set the stage for definitely a good, solid foundation for the game story.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the story in this movie is good.
Yeah.
So
like, this is a good movie.
Yeah, it is.
They could have came out with this movie and not had a game following up on it. It would have been a good movie.
Exactly.
And I am totally and utterly surprised by that. I thought it was going to be meh.
Yeah, I was expecting, like, it was okay.
There might be some cool stuff, but yeah,
I was expecting, like, the same thing as Advent Children, where I was like, this is terrible, but man, were those fights awesome. This is, like, the opposite.
The opposite, yeah.
Good story, but man, were those fights too long.
Yeah. So cool, yeah. There's our take on it. Definitely check it out if you want to play.
Yeah,
the
if you're gonna play this game, definitely watch this movie.
Yeah, for sure.
And even if you're not gonna play this game, I don't know why you would watch it, but it's a good movie.
Yeah, it's not bad. If you like animated movies, it's definitely worth checking out.
If you like animated action films, it's definitely worth checking out.
Yep.
Like a more adult animated movie. And you don't get those. So.
Yeah, not much. Not with this quality, at least.
Yeah,
I'd say. So, yeah, definitely. That was a good show.
Good show, sir.
It's a good show.
I'm surprised with how lethargic we were.
Yeah, I actually got like a little perky here.
Yeah, we pulled it together.
We did. I don't know what set it over. Probably Ultros.
Yeah, Ultros get you excited. I wanted him so bad to say something, like anything.
To just be like a complete asshole and sarcastic and stuff.
Yeah. I was just happy he was in it. He wasn't purple, though, which I thought sucked. He should have been purple.
Yeah. Well, it just didn't make sense why he was in
He
there.
looked good, though. He looked exactly like I would have imagined Ultros looking.
Well, that's what was interesting to me. I'm like, this thing looks familiar, and there has to be a reason why it's in here.
Yep.
But I can't figure it out.
It's because you're not a Six fan. Every Six fan saw that, and they were like, yes, this is the best thing ever.
It's not that I'm not a Six fan. It was just like kind of the in-betweenness of like me playing RPGs and getting, I don't know.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Some shout-outs. We got Mr. BS Show, 3 Cuckoos Podcast, Master Debaters, Martin's Games, and HMR613 at 411. So
Shout out.
shout out to all you guys. Thanks everyone for listening. We really appreciate it. Steve can go fuck himself.
Once again.
You just keep fucking. Oh, actually, I want to bring up one thing he said.
Huh.
He said Matt Damon should be Nightwing.
That's a good point.
Yes.
Okay. Touche, Steve.
So, Steve, you can still go fuck yourself, but that was a great point.
Brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Actually.
Instead of Robin, he'd be Nightwing. Be perfect.
Yeah, it would be perfect.
So, we agree. Let's throw that idea in the universe, and hopefully it works. So, all right. Well, thanks everybody, and Kester.
Go murder my murder.